Today, let's crochet a men's waist bag. The wire is Lafite cotton straw wire. Double ply crocheted. The crochet uses a 3.5mm crochet. Very versatile everyday size to fit a mobile phone and daily small items, keys, etc. Next, let's crochet together. Let's crochet the body part first. The needle is started by winding 2 circles on the finger. Then, the crochet is inserted into the needle lifting ring. Bring out a coil. Next, crochet a turning chains. In the first loop, 7 single crochets are crocheted in the starting loop. See me demonstrate the hook method of single crochet. The crochet is inserted into the needle lifting ring. Bring out a coil. Now there are 2 loops on the crochet. The crochet winding thread is pulled through the 2 coils at one time. This is a single crochet hook method. Make a mark on the first needle I formed. Next, follow the same method. Continue to crochet 6 single crochets. After the first loop is crocheted, there are 7 single crochets in total. Then pull the coil up. We deal with the opening part. We can see that there are 2 segments here and 1 thread head. Let's pull this line segment inside first. Pull hard to the right. Pull this thread out again. Thus, the needle lifting ring is reduced. Next, stitch a slip stitch with the first stitch. Next, crochet a turning chains. Let's start the second loop. The law of the second circle is add 1 stitch in each stitch. First, in the first eye, crochet a single crochet. Then, put it into the first needle hole again. Crochet a single crochet. In this way, a stitch is added to the first stitch. Next, the hook method is the same. Crochet 2 single crochets in each stitch. After the second loop of crocheting, there are 14 single crochets in total. Next, in the first needle, crochet a slip stitch connection. Crochet a turning chain. Let's start the third loop. The rule of the third circle is that add a single crochet to a single crochet. First, crochet a single crochet in the first stitch. Then in the second needle, add a single crochet. This completes group 1. Next, crochet the second group. In the third stitch, crochet a single crochet. Add 1 stitch in the fourth stitch. Next, follow the same rule. Finish crocheting the remaining stitches. After the third loop is crocheted, there are 20 single crochets in total. Next, hook a slip stitch with the first stitch. Then hook a turning chain. We began to crochet the fourth loop. The rule of the fourth round is to add 1 stitch every 2 single crochets. First, crochet a single crochet in the first stitch. Crochet a single crochet in the second stitch. Add a single crochet in the third needle. So, the first group is finished. Next, we crochet the second group. Crochet a single crochet in the fourth stitch. Crochet a single crochet in the fifth stitch. Add a single crochet in the sixth needle. Crochet the remaining stitches according to the same rule. There are 28 single crochets after the fourth loop of crocheting. 1. Then hook a slip stitch with the first stitch. Then hook a turning chain. We began to crochet the fifth loop. Through the first few circles, we can find the needle adding rule of each circle is increasing. Then, on the 5th flap, we added 1 stitch every 3 stitches. In the 6th round, 4 stitches and 1 stitch shall be added. For the 7th round, add 1 needle every 5 needles. In the 8th circle, hook according to the rule of 6 stitches plus 1 stitch. Crochet until the 14th turn. Every 12 needles plus 1 needle. Round 14, 12 stitches plus 1 stitch. After crocheting, stitch a slip stitch with the first stitch. Next, crochet a turning chains. Let's start the 15th loop. On the 15th flap, we knit 98 single crochets without adding or subtracting. Crochet a single crochet in each stitch. After the 15th loop of crocheting, there are 105 single crochets in total. Then hook a slip stitch with the first stitch. Let's begin to crochet the body part. First, crochet a turning chain. Next, hook 7 single crochets in sequence. 1 3 4 5 6 7 single crochets. After crocheting, we crochet a turning chain. Turn the fabric over. Begin to crochet the second line of the body. In the first and second needle point, add 1 needle each. Next, crochet 3 egg needles in sequence. Then in the last 2 needle holes, add a single crochet each. Hook 2 single crochets in each stitch. Next, crochet a turning chains. Turn the fabric over. We begin to crochet line 3. First, in the first and second needle holes, add a single crochet each. Next, 3 single crochets are crocheted in sequence. Next, add a single crochet in the next needle. Next, hook 3 single crochets in sequence. Next, in the last 2 needles, add a single crochet each. Next, crochet a turning chains. Turn the fabric over. We begin to crochet line 4. First, in the first and second needle point, add a single crochet each. Next, stitch 12 single crochets in sequence. Then in the last 2 needle holes, add a single crochet each. Next, crochet a turning chains. Turn the fabric over. We begin to crochet line 5. First, in the first and second needle holes, add a single crochet each. Next, stitch 8 single crochets in order. Next, add a stitch in the next stitch. Next, 7 single crochets are crocheted in sequence. Then in the last 2 needle holes, add a single crochet each. Now a little shape of our body has come out. What about the hook method in the back? Let's look at the illustration in the middle of the screen to crochet. Now, what about 23 laps of noodles? We have finished. Next, we will wrap up the body and the 2 sides of the envelope are sewn. At the end, crochet a turning chain. Then cut the thread. Leave the thread a little longer. We use it to sew. Then start counting on the 2 sides of the bottom of the bag. Count out 21 stitch. Count 20 needles on the left and right sides. End marked with a mark buckle. (21) needle holes marked on the original film. 1-to-1 stitching with the side of the covering surface. After the 2 sides are sewn together, fold the bag cover to the front. Count 9 stitches from the position of the bag mouth. Fasten a mark buckle at the position of the 9th pin. The other side is the same way. In the middle, we have 48 stitches left. The top and bottom of the bag mouth correspond to each other. Install the slider on the zipper. Next, install the zipper at the explosion site. First, use a sewing needle to fix the position, sew it up. Prevent sliding of slider. Then sew the zipper with the bag mouth. Sew to the other end. End position. Sew several stitches on the end of the zipper. Next, sew the zipper with the upper pocket. After the zipper is sewn, we sewed the openings at both ends. When sewing, we only choose the inner half of the needle. Then, suture the other side in the same way. This way, the body is sewn up. Next, crochet the belt. I have 140 chain stitches, every one according to their height. You can adjust the number of chain sticks. Next, crochet a turning chains. Return to the penultimate stitch. This is the first needle. Second needle. Thread the needle outward from the center of the pigtail. Pick the outer half line. Take to single crochet. Weave 39 single crochets in sequence. After 39 single crochets are crocheted. And then in the last stitch, within the same needle eye, single crochet woven 3 times. Then it naturally turned to the other side. On the other side, stitch 38 single crochets in sequence. After 38 single crochets are crocheted. In the last eye, crochet 2 single crochets in the same stitch. Then stitch a slip stitch with the first stitch. Crochet a turning chain. Cut the line and leave it a little longer. Next, sew the tape with the metal ring. Then, the metal ring and the side of the bag are sewn together. Pay attention. The sewing position is to pick up the entire needle eye on the side. Such a versatile waist bag is ready for us. The capacity inside is quite large. Mobile phone with keys.